Fox is hitting the button and just getting it right. Yeah, like, okay, so last episode, yeah, these guys got auto squished. I haven't reset anything. I haven't reset a thing. So we are right back where we started. And yeah, so welcome back to some more State of Decay 2 in the beta, the Lethal Zone. This is Super Waifu Cafeteria Squad. Some people wonder where that name came from. It actually came from the Twitch playthrough. If you visit me on Twitch, which you definitely should, if you want even more State of Decay 2 content, like there's almost every day, like 5 days a week, you're going to get 2 extra hours of State of Decay 2 content on my Twitch server. Or not my Twitch server, my Twitch channel. But on top of that, you actually get to chat with me. Like, you can ask me questions, interact. Like, it's a different experience, interactive experience. And as a result, the Twitch playthrough is much further along. We're up to like day 50 of that. You know what's funny is we're up to like day 50, which means we're almost to like would have been 100 days survived on Lethal Zone. We're like halfway there.
Look of this area, there must be a
but oh wait, get through here. Oh yeah, the last thing we were doing though, we were trying to get a FIFA leveled up. That's an important thing. Want to make sure everyone gets leveled up again. And what we need to do is, I need to, yep, you need to be squished. Good.
Wish I had space for that.
Oh wow, yeah, we're completely full. That's gonna go in. What I'm gonna do is clear a little more inventory space. Could be a little risky, but I think we'll be fine. Because I would like to gather all of that loot in one stroke so that I don't have to constantly backtrack, go back and forth, etc. Now I left it marked, so we should be okay. 40 rounds of pyro launcher is more than enough. And although we did drop the cure, you know, there's like there is always a chance that something could happen. But I think it is a calculated risk. That's what I'm going to call it, a calculated risk. Like, our defenses are only vulnerable for a brief amount of time before I'm able to have the cure again, and then even if they blood plague me, it'll be a-okay. Okay, the Feral has mistimed things. He should have attacked when I was getting out, but instead he arrived too early. Too early. Alright, time to claim our loot.
Don't tell me you forgot about the favor you were doing me.
Oh yeah, that's right, they got the fuel. Well, don't you worry, I'm gonna be getting to the fuel in just a bit.
Yeah, that's heavy enough.
Alrighty, let's get this stuff back. What is this guy? Wandering Trader? Let's focus on priorities. We need to make sure that we get that fuel delivered. That is the big deal. Gotta stay on task, since that is a time-sensitive objective. And I don't really need ammo. You know, a little bit of ammo wouldn't hurt, but I don't really need ammo. So we're just going to go back to base, drop this stuff off, and then we're going to be good. So people have been asking me, what about updates for State of Decay 2? I would, if there was like something that had like a lot to do with like updates or something, I would make a video about it. Like, you would definitely know, because I would make a video about it. But State of Decay, like they're not really talking about too much about their updates. Like, they have like a theoretical timetable, also known as a roadmap. But until they actually, like, you know, until they actually put like a date down on a release date, we really don't know too much. Like, we have projections on when we believe the content is going to be coming out, but nothing concrete. What I can tell you is that the Legacy Bank update for our characters should come out before the, what is it called, the Plague Terror, not the Plague Territory. It should come out before the Infestation update. And that's because Infestation update has gotten, like, mixed opinions. Like, people are not, like, super thrilled about it. Now we can deliver this. And yeah, and I will say that I don't blame them for not being super thrilled about the Infestation revamp. I think Infestation revamp is a good idea. I would like to point that out. I do think that it is something that they should do. But I also think that it's a little too... I hesitate to use the word punishing, because like I don't think clearing infestations is especially difficult. What I do think, though, is that it's... I think a better term would be that it's very griefy. Like, it has a sense of, like, griefing the player, just, like, causing, like, senseless hardship. And while hardship does go hand in hand with a survival game, part of the point of a survival game is to overcome hardship, usually the hardship has a reward attached to it. Like, you know, if you have to, like, do things in the kind of a meticulous way, there's usually some kind of benefit to it. And the only benefit to infestations is not having infestations. So it's kind of like, it just doesn't feel very rewarding. Oh, awesome. Look at all these ferals right here. Oh, there we go. We're back up. Meal plan reacquired. Those ferals are great for getting your stuff back.
Thanks. Keep yourself in one piece, kid.
Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is change leaders again, actually. Wait, are you guys allies? You're giving comfort in numbers. Let me see what you have for sale real quick. We're up to 1,600 influence, so we've rebuilt a bit. And this is an alliance price, so... Nothing I really am looking for, though.
This is almost sick. I don't want to know.
Okay, caravans. I don't want to recruit from them. What do you guys got? Fight Club? Fight Club is okay. I am willing to drop Fight Club, though. They are heading the member. Oh, that's right. I remember them. I remember them. Overflow barracks. These are the guys we threatened. Let's just head back to base. I do want to start shutting some of these enclaves down, but I need to think about which ones we're going to drop. Also, I would like to get a character. Like I said, I want to demote somebody and switch our leaders so that any of the standing that we're earning is actually going towards something valuable. And then what we're going to do is probably clean up our... I mean, we have 9 people, so we need to start kicking more people out. Like, it's just not needed. Like, I like to have 8 or less. I like to have 8. 8 is kind of the magic number. I don't like to have 9. And that's because if I have 9 people, I cannot recruit from enclaves, and that makes them very difficult to shut down. Like, if you have 9 people, then yeah, like, if you want to get rid of an enclave... You have to threaten them. And the thing is, if they become an ally, you can't threaten them. You can't threaten allies. Only friendly or less. And that's why I don't really recommend having 9 or more people. Okay, let me refuel. And this guy will catch up. Like, sometimes so one thing I'm not liking about Endurance is, like, I feel like the special technique doesn't really connect as often as I would like to. Like, I'm pushing the button, but it's not, like, connecting the attack. Impaler, refuel, so this is level 2, right? Okay, so this is now level 2. And over here, this is going to the level 3. It says it right there, upgraded to level 3. So that means I am free to kick them out. Or not kick them out, but demote. So let's go ahead and demote. Right here.
You're still alive.
Would you be willing to let someone else carry the burden of leadership for a while?
But I was just leader.
Keeping this team isn't easy.
Nope, she's like, nah, I didn't even want to be a leader. Too much work. Not worth the pay raise. Okay, now we're going to play as Deep. And now I'm pretty sure I need a Warlord. Yeah, to upgrade this, I need a Warlord. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a Warlord. Who's our Warlord? Our Warlord is Yan. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, I guess, wait, what is your specialization? Endurance, I see. So we were kind of doing, no weapon. I'm still experimenting with that. I feel like it's not bad though. Like I do love rapid executions. The cure. Now we can upgrade this. That is eating up our building materials like crazy, so let's go ahead and locate some materials.
Time to call our neighbors and see if they know where we should look for goodies.
That's good though, because now it means like by fully maxing out the base, when we refund, we're gonna have a ton of them.
Guess I better start now, huh?
A wandering trader. Actually, we're gonna kick somebody out.
The network's live and let live kind of style.
All right, so who's getting kicked out? You stay, maybe.
So the world needs rebuilding.
I like
right?
you.
We all know that.
You have pretty
So
good
what are we waiting
stats.
for? I say we get to it.
You get to stay. So it looks like Mr. Hygiene over here is going next.
We could use more building materials around here.
Yeah, I know we need building materials. One thing at a time, though. First, this guy needs to get kicked out. Your contribution to the Fox Republic is, of course, appreciated, but your tenure here as hygienist of the Fox Republic has come to an end. We are going to revert to being a bunch of stinky, super smelly people who do not bathe. Because hygiene is overrated.
Hey, keeping busy?
Stinky
Tells me
meta
what we don't want
boys.
to tell you,
That's
but
what it's all about.
You gotta leave.
This is the stink meta.
Fuck you too.
Oh gosh. He's like, he doesn't want to leave. God. I don't understand why. Like, it's not like I didn't kick him out with nothing left. Alright, let's go look for the materials we called in. Because that is going to be a major drain. Oh!
Bloater cloud.
And of course, the first thing that happens is a blood plague risk. Not that bad though, honestly. Like if you look at our current blood plague level of infection, I can live with that. Not even a big deal. So I did get so while I was on, I will answer questions on YouTube that I get answered on my Twitch stream that I think are important. A question that I was asked on Twitch, because like I said, once again, on Twitch it's very interactive. Like, if something happens and you're like, how did Fox do that? You can ask me right then and there, which is one of the big advantages of watching on Twitch, especially live. But he asked the question, you ran over a blood plague bloater. How is it that you didn't just get, like, owned? And the answer is that I get out really quickly. That is the answer. If you get out really fast, you should be fine. Like, yes, running over a blood plague bloater does suck. The pathology might also help. Let me check. Oh yeah, so that's another thing that helps, is that we got a little bit of extra resistance. We got plus 50 resistance. What that means is, that's kind of like blood plague health. You could think of it that way, like blood plague HP. Like, it basically, it takes more blood plague infection to like, you know, infect us completely. So, like, if I didn't have that, I probably would be at about 50% infection right now. Which would still be, like, you know, manageable. Like, I could, you know, like, I could easily just go back and cure it off of myself, for example.
Looks pretty empty.
But the main thing is, like, you just gotta be quick on the finger to get out. Get out quickly, and you won't really get that much. This looks like I could get, although the building materials are not likely to be here, they're probably in that shed, I still want the fuel here.
It's not much.
Rucksack of fuel is always welcome.
Not bad.
Portable
Not bad.
generator, nice. That's an easy generator request down. But you should, yeah, on Nightmare, especially on Nightmare Zone and on Lethal Zone, you should always have a pathologist, because you want the bonus of the pathologist. Like, not only do you get, you can cure blood plague partial, you can cure anything below 100%, like, so 99% or less.
Why can't everywhere be this quiet?
Can be cured for a single sample, and then you also can do the God combo, which, there is an episode where I showed the God combo, how to become totally immune to Blood Plague, and you do need to have a pathologist for it. So I do recommend a pathologist in every Lethal Zone playthrough, and I recommend a pathologist in every Nightmare Zone. Maybe even Dread Zone. Just depends on how concerned you are with Blood Plague. But looks like it's the last building I'm gonna loot. It's gonna have the materials in it. But I highly recommend Pathology on basically any of what you might consider the hardcore difficulties. And that's simply because, well, one, infection level is high, like you get infected very quickly. And remember that on Lethal Zone, the death timer is like 5 minutes. And on Nightmare Zone, the death timer is like 10 minutes. So like it doesn't take very long. And also remember that when you are fully infected with Blood Plague, any future infection, it just cuts the timer down. So if you started with a 5-minute death timer and then you get bit by a zombie, it might shave like 30 seconds off. So you might just instantly drop to 4.5 minutes or more. Okay. The other reason you want surgery, though, you also want surgery. Where is surgery at? Oh my god, this guy's gonna get on my car. Get away from my car. Like, while I'm here, I kind of want to loot any areas that might have building materials. Let me check. No. I mean, to be fair, we've stripped a lot of places. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of these are any good. Disappointing, but also unsurprising. Dewey's Hardware? Nah, I was hoping that was a Dewey's Hardware. Yeah, nothing in this area. Not surprising, though. This is Lethal Zone, after all. Anyways, the surgery benefit, when you max it out, you do get an extra 20 health. So, if you think about it, this is giving me 20 health. We get, let me just use that. There you go. 20 health here, 10 health here, so that's 30, and then another 20 from, the surgery benefit, and that is 50 health right there. And the base health of a character is 100, so you're basically getting 50% more health, and that's without even leveling up your fighting skill. And all of that health, like I said, the main thing about Nightmare and Lethal Zone is that you don't want to take damage in the first place, but the more health you have, the more room for error you have. That's the important thing, is that while, yes, a high health character can absolutely just get owned on Lethal Zone and Nightmare Zone. Like, they can, just because you have a lot of health does not mean that you are invincible. But what it does mean is that you can make a mistake, and you have a much, much higher chance of walking away from that mistake without a character death, as opposed to, say, not having a lot of health. In fact, a character with just the bare minimum amount of health, like the 100 health from the base 100 health, oh yeah, they're very vulnerable. Like, there is very little room for error with them. Just gonna squish these guys for the stamina, or not stamina, the standing real quick. Screamer's not worth that much. I don't want to waste time going for them. Now, in the last episode, we did destroy a brand new infestation, so that's going to help. Stave off the infestations. Okay, so we still are in low materials, which is annoying. Also not surprising, but annoying. But now we have lots of EXP. So we get a bonus 33% EXP from Survival Retrospective, combined with an extra 25% EXP from the skill books. So now we can watch training manuals, and with our morale is giving another 50% EXP. So, like, and then on top of this, depending on the skills, we get an extra 25% from fighting. Because we upgraded it, we get an extra 25% EXP to cardio. Over here, we get an extra 25% from shooting, and then since we upgraded, an extra 25% from wits. So, like, this is going to just level up our characters so fast. It's going to be awesome. So, what we should do next is let's solve our building material problem by calling in for a building material trader. I want to escort them here, make sure they don't squish themselves.
Wanting to make a trade.
It can happen. If they run into triple ferals, they absolutely can get intercepted.
I'm willing to barter.
Looks like he'll make it here safely, though. Now's our chance to offload some of the junky items we've found. That would include... let me use another character, too. Let's use, I don't know, Yan. Why am I going to use Yan? Oh, just so that, I guess, technically, what's her name? We'll get a little bit of rest. Like, I'm not causing her to get even more fatigued, get even more tired.
Maybe things are finally turning around.
Things have been turned around for a while. You doubt the leadership of Fox? So I don't need any of these backpacks. Let's mess with these a little later. I will sell that. And that. And the trader is right over here.
If that feral tackles me, I'm toast.
Where?
Hey there, business partner.
Okay, let's start buying and cleaning out our inventory. 119 for the slow cooker, 85 for the water cooler. And now we can just bring the resources to us instead of us going to them. That actually, okay, so another question that I got on Twitch was, how is it that I have a bunch of resources? You know, how do I fill them up on Lethal Zone? Because there's none. The answer is trading. And that's the reason why the trade depot is just so good. Highly recommend the trade depot. It is one of the OP buildings in the game. And it goes without saying, you definitely want one. You know what? I don't need those anymore. I can sell these, because now that I have bouncing Boruses, I don't think I need standard explosives. I do hang on to some explosives for the purpose of protecting myself
Sooner or
from
later, the zombies are gonna come check out all this noise.
a potential juggernaut or a potential feral, but now that we have those, we don't need them anymore. So we can just sell all of these. So 3 grenades are worth 102. That's pretty nice. Buy another rucksack.
This will slow me down.
But yes, you need to learn how to do trading. Like, if you've been playing State of Decay and you don't do a lot of trading, then that is going to really slow you down on the Lethal Zone. Because Lethal Zone, there's not a lot of resources, so you gotta learn how to trade. Now, fortunately for me, I really enjoyed the trade aspect of the game. I think trading is a lot of fun. And that's why I tried to, like, skip through a lot of the combat, because, like, I think the trading is super... I love sealing out the big deals. And I'll buy another rucksack.
Now that's heavy.
Like, we're getting building materials, and we're cleaning out all of the junk out of our inventory. It's great. I know another thing we can sell. We can sell a ton of those stupid little knives. So let's just go right here and scroll to the bottom. We've got plenty of knives to sell. The Karambit looks pretty cool. I'm going to sell him anyways, though. Actually, no, I'm not. He doesn't have a lot of influence. Karambit's worth like 40-something influence. I'm going to sell these and a bunch of these kind of crappy ones. If he had more money, I'd sell the Karambits. But I'm just trying to clean up our inventory here.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So these all add up. Like, look at this. 17 influence for a screwdriver. That adds up. That is going to add up. We could sell one more knife to him. We're almost up to 2,000. Like, it adds up. Every little bit, it starts to add up. Especially if you don't really have to go out of your way to do it. And I don't. There we go.
Let's make a deal.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, and let's say you want to take every little bit of his influence. Well, he's got 6 influence left. Let's suppose you want to get every little bit of it. Well, I'll show you exactly how to do that. You just go right over here, grab some parts. Grab some parts, And the thing is, every part sells for 1 influence, so you just hit the... For a console, it'd be the Y button. You sell them one at a... Y sells them 1 at a time. So there we go. We just sold 6 parts, and now we have claimed every last bit of that guy's influence. That is the reason why sometimes you want to scrap weapons rather than sell them directly, because some of the weapons actually are worth more as parts, and you would actually earn more money to scrap. Maybe it sells for like 24 influence, but it scraps for like 85 parts. Well, if you scrap them for 85 parts and then sell the parts, then you're making a much bigger profit. So deep... you know what we can do? Let's just clear some of these zombies out nearby. That'll give us a ton of, standing. Because there's just, like, I just see it. We're just surrounded by zombies right now. And that's another reason why it's not that big of a deal to... You know, to promote and demote people on Lethal Zone. Yeah, yes, you take more... It takes more standing to do it, but... At the same time, there's just so many enemies that it honestly doesn't feel like that big of a deal.
That cloud smells nasty.
Let's go for the feral next. I did see those bloaters over there. I don't want to trick them in the falling down, because I actually do want to squish them. Look at all those bloaters. That is awesome. Okay, we got them. Now I want to make sure that we don't accidentally get the bloaters, so I'm just going to park right here, and I'm going to search and destroy. What am I running? I'm apparently running into something. And then I burn myself? Wow. I'll just use a cure. We've got plenty of resources. There's the other bloaters. Let's make sure we get them. Remember that bloaters are worth, they're worth standing for every kill, but then they count as a horde altogether. So that means that if you destroy the entire group of bloaters there, you'll get even more standing. That's the reason why I wanted to make sure none of them tripped over. Now, some people doubted the pyro launcher. They felt like, oh, the pyro launcher is going to be useless now that it's not good against plague arts. That's really not the case. Like, to this very day, the pyro launcher remains the most powerful weapon in the game. Simply because no other gun in State of Decay is capable of killing as many zombies for as cheap of an ammo cost as the pyro launcher. And there are ways that you can still destroy plague hearts with the pyro launcher. It just requires a different method. And it's a very strange method, I'll admit, but it still works. In fact, it actually can destroy them faster if the situation is right. Those of you who have watched the Twitch have already seen that technique, but eventually we'll be able to get to it here. I'm just gonna toast these guys because I feel like it. So here we've got a bunch of ferals. This is another reason why the pyro launcher is the best weapon still. Because even blood ferals cannot survive. Like, sure, I typically use the, what do you call it, the car to stop them, but you don't need to use the car. You can also use the pyro launcher. And that's because the pyro launcher will stun the ferals. And then they get set on fire. And when they get set on fire, it gets them off of you, because why? They got to stop, drop, and roll. Now, it's even better if you can get the ferals next to, like, a wall. Now there's 4 of them. I think we're fighting 4 ferals right now.
Feral incoming.
Now what you could do is, now you can burn them to death like I am right now. You can also just run away though. You could just burn them, and if you don't want to actually fight them, you could just run away. Now what I'm going to do, see how I'm going to pin him against the wall here? I'm going to pin him against the wall so he's stuck inside the fire, and now he's just going to burn out. And there's another reason why the pyro launcher is the best weapon in the game. Now yes, it is useless against a juggernaut. I'll be the first to admit that, but don't worry. I have a solution for that.
Fire in the hole! Getting low on that.
And as you can see here, we are able to... Oh, the zombie interfered. We throw one of these at him like this. Where did it got teleported? Not sure what happened there, but it worked. Let me go ahead and cure my blood plague level before he tries to plague me completely. So now it's too late. But as you saw, like, a single bouncing Boris did knock the Juggernaut down, and I could have executed him if the game did not go wacky on me. But yes, like, there is a weapon to defeat everything in the game. You just gotta know the right weapon for the right job. And the thing is, they're not hard to obtain. They're actually quite easy to obtain. And that's because everyone can get these weapons. Like, if you want to get an Impaler, you can get one. Everyone has access to it. You just go to Vehicle Delivery, Ultimate Edition Vehicle. Everyone has access to it. If you want a Pyro Launcher, everyone has access to it. Like, I'm not special. You can get a Pyro Launcher. You just go right down here to Independence Pack, get a Independence Pack Weapon Delivery, that gets you the launcher itself, and then a Supply Drop, that gets you the plug-in mod that lets you build more ammo. That would be this right here, Fireworks Crafting Station, and that lets you like just own them all, own all the enemies. Like, here, I'll get this Juggernaut. Let me see if I can get my aim correct. I'm going to lure him into a melee attack. I'm going to throw a bomb at him. I'm going to lure him right on top of it. There we go. And now I can just execute him. And look at that, we're right back up to our hero status. Took out the Juggernaut with a single bouncing Boris, just like that. But yeah, you can have it. All of it. Like, you want to build a bouncing Boris, you just need that crafting station. It's right here. There's the bouncing Borises. So, look at this. It costs 5 ammo on Lethal Zone. Remember, the costs are higher. And you get 5 bouncing Borises. So that's basically 1 ammo for 1 Boris. We just killed a Juggernaut for 1 ammo on Lethal Zone. Pyro Launcher ammo, 3 ammo, 2 fuel, 60 rounds, with 50 if you don't have knowledge of munitions. Very cheap. And like, so it's like, you can have these awesome weapons. They're not hard to obtain. Like, you can have them too. It's not a big deal. Anyways, those are my tips for you. Remember, if you want to be the first to get these tips, you want to jump on the Discord and you want to be on Twitch, because a lot of my ideas, they come from there, because that's where I play, like I said, 2 hours of State of Decay just about every single day. And the sheer volume of content that I play there means that's where my best ideas are going to be coming from. But yes, anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Follow me on Discord and on Twitch if you want more State of Decay content, as well as the ability to talk to me and ask me any questions you want about State of Decay or any other thing, suggest new games for me to play and so forth. Follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube for more State of Decay 2 content, and of course remember that you don't have to be good to get good.